Hello everybody, Danny Shea here, along with Psychic Duck. How you doing, Psychic Duck? Psychic Duck got a new word. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. Antitophobia. Antitophobia. And for those of you who are going, what the hell are you talking about? Look it up, antitophobia. All right, just got back from the desert. We have, it was really chilly here for a while. And so we decided to take a couple days off, go to the desert hot springs and sit in mineral waters. And we were expecting kind of low 80s, 94 degrees. 94. Like, wow. Wow. So I haven't really been paying attention to the news until the drive back, and then, oh my God. Oh my gosh. It's just crazy. The week, so normally on Mondays, I try to do like the energy for the week, and because it's Wednesday, we know it's nuts. It's nuts. I was trying to figure out what kind of deck to pull. And I kept thinking I needed some other deck besides I'm using my Rider-Waite and my Lo Scaribo deck after this one. And so the deck that I pulled is the True Black. And I'm thinking, I was going, really? Because my hand still hurts. And this deck is so hard to shuffle. How can tarot decks be hard to shuffle? Well, I guess it depends on the age of the shuffler. Okay. First two cards that were at the top and the bottom when I pulled the deck out. The Destiny card. These images are so cool. And it's really hard to read these cards because they have little engravings in them. So they have little secret messages. Shh. I think that was my dog that was trying to get into the room. Okay, this one, Destiny, the Destiny card. The thing that kind of strikes at me here is the little triangle, and so for me, it's like, what are we pointing at? We pointing up? We pointing down? Where is this going? It's kind of like, could go up, it could go down. It depends on whose destiny. I think of Pumpkinhead, and I go, ooh, that is going into a lower level energy. Certainly it is. Because it's not an energy of inclusiveness, of oneness, it's of separation. So we get that, but the whole thing with that energy, to me, is going down. Also, with this destiny and these two pathways as they show up, I was listening to Alberto Villoldo, and he was talking about I think I'm going to say this right, Patacucci, where it's the Andean prophecy where eagle and condor are flying in the same skies together, and it's calling for a really deep, deep change, but it's a tumultuous relationship between eagle and condor, male and female, and when they fly together in the same skies, huge changes come about. And we are feeling that huge change right now. So it's one of, well, I can go way deep into that, and I'm not going to with this reading. But the second card I got that was on the base of it was let me see if I can get any. This one doesn't have the etchings in the back because this is a minor arcana. It is the Four of Wands. And normally this, you could see the a building in the back and it's a celebration. But there is a celebration and it looks like it's bringing, I don't know. Okay, I looked up the book to see what kind of bird this is. And from the book, it says a bird. A duck. Okay. Naturally wild and free, finally breaks free of the chains that have held it down. And it talks about celebration, marriage, and all this stuff. So the destiny, the two cards that I pulled, the destiny of breaking free of these chains. And I think of the eagle and condor and the prophecies from the ancients about this time, that it really feels like we're in the middle of this huge change, not just in the political landscape, not at all, but in our human evolution of where we're going as moving into light bodies, light beings. More on that later, maybe in a Sunday show. Okay, so the energy for the week. We got a lot of crazy stuff. I think Jack Smith is talking today, Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Can you just imagine? You've got Jim Jordan leading this craziness versus Jack Smith. A brilliant mind is a wrestling coach who turns his back on his students, looks the other way, and Jack Smith. Who's going to win this? Oh, I would love to be a fly on the wall in that room. But it's closed. It's a certain member of Congress, so. But still, some stuff is gonna leak out. So what is the energy? We have Venezuela. We have them stealing tankers of blockades. Pumpkinhead is giving a surprise speech tonight. Susie Wiles came out with this Vanity Fair interview. Well, she didn't, but Vanity Fair printed Susie Wiles' interview, and I'm like, what the hell? The whole political landscape of the Republicans, and I think the Democrats, are just imploding. I was watching something with Chuck Schumer standing behind, it was Tim Kaine, and I can't remember what he was saying, and Chuck Schumer's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Who used to say that? Come on, man. Need new blood. Need new fight. Need new strength. Us old folks. My hand hurts. Us old folks are good for advice. But, sometimes our strength, I think I'm strong as hell until I get to the gym, and then I'm hobbling out of the gym going, ow, I hurt. Let's get some young blood in there. All right, let's see the energy of the week, the rest of the week. And I'm using my True Black deck just to see where this goes. Here we go. And I'm not going to do a plus minus or a Celtic cross. I'm just going to give a little energy of this. What do we got here? Are you kidding me? Really? The first card? That's where we're going to go? The very first card? Queen of Cups. So, I was listening to Libby on the way home from the desert. Prayers out to her and her family. And she started bringing up Kamala Harris. And the Queen of Cups is my Kamala Harris card. And she kept getting the Joe Biden card. And I'm thinking, okay, all right. So, Queen of Cups. In this card, oh, dang it, another naked picture. I shouldn't keep showing it. I can show it way back here. Psychic Duck is just shaking his head. Oh, you silly little humans. Yeah, it's so no lotus here though. Interesting. Okay. Justice. Another naked one. Justice. Trust me, I'm just going to talk. Justice and, ooh, King of Pentacles. So let's just put a story into this. Lotus the POTUS is finally getting justice against the King of Pentacles, Mr. Pumpkinhead. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords, a lot of worry. We have the Nine of Pentacles, security, power, strength in your own little garden. And then we have, okay, here's the Lotus. We have the Five of, hang on, I think that's Wands. Five of Swords. These cards are so fun. And so you have the Sith. You have the Four of the Swords that are just, it's kind of like the Seven of Pentacles. They're broken. They're not, people are like trying to be righteous and angry, but their swords are broken. And you have this one golden one amongst lotus flowers. So when I said, hey, there's no lotus flowers in the Queen of Cups, that's because there needs to be some security, some truth, some justice, and there is going to be a little fighting, but it seems to be waning a little bit. There seems to be one truth. The Scythe head, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Scythe, is cutting through some of the BS and allowing the Lotus to emerge. What'd you think of that, Psychic Duck? I love it. All right. The energy of the week. Is the Lotus going to start showing up in a bigger way? When I saw Libby reading on that, I went, I want to read on that first thing. When I get back to the table, to my table, I didn't think I was going to do it very first, but obviously I am. So I'm using the Rider-Waite because it's so easy to shuffle. And what is Kamala Harris? What is the short-term future for Kamala Harris with regards to U.S. politics? What is the short-term role for Kamala Harris in regards to U.S. politics? Dang, somebody's had their dose of hopium today. That's my Democratic card. Yay! What's her role? Oh, okay, I'm just going to drop this down. If I can. Come on, hand. Okay. There we go. So I'm just going to come down here. So we have the Democratic card, we have cheering, we have fun, Ten of Cups, yay! We have what's her role in the government, the higher authority thing. We have the government, Democrat government, yes. We have something coming to fruition in time regarding the world. The Two of Wands. So are we looking overseas at something here? Yeah, maybe, right? Getting some news. I always thought that we might get news from, hang on. Okay, I was looking for a female leader overseas that is going to bring information, but this could be Mark Rutte too. It could be information that's coming from overseas that is going to help with Harris's role in the near future for U.S. politics. And as we go, we have the King of Swords. This is, a lot of times this is my Jack Smith card. So could his testimony today lead to the Judgment card showing up and giving us something new, a new path, a new wand, a new truth? Again, this is my Bam Bam card. If we don't pay attention to this, bam, we're going to get smacked on the head. We've already been smacked on the head. Okay. Kamala Harris's short-term future in U.S. politics. New start. New path. New ideas. There's judgment. Some legal issue that's going to kind of flip things. Okay. She's not done. I know a lot of people are going, no, she's done. I don't want to read on this anymore. I don't think she's done. Okay, let's, should I just flip into Jack Smith? Yeah, flip, Danny, flip. Jack Smith versus, it's just so hilarious that this guy, Jim Jordan, thinks he is any match for Jack Smith. I hope he brings some Subway sandwiches to throw at Jack Smith. Jack Smith will go, catch it, catch it, catch it. Sorry, that was... Or is it Jack Smith throwing Subway sandwiches at Jim Jordan? Which would you rather see? None of them. You're a goofball. Okay. Jim Jordan versus Jack Smith. What is Jack Smith going to say? What is the information? So he's going to be talking about, I think, they're going to bring up January 6th. They're going to bring up Mar-a-Lago documents case. And remember, the judge told Eileen Cannon, get a move on, girl. I don't know if he said it like that, but I did. Get a move on, girl. Release these documents that you're hanging on to. It's been too long. And then the judge gives Eileen Cannon like 60 days. I'm like, what's the matter with you all? I say that a lot to a lot of these judges. What's the matter with you all? Well, we're giving him time to appeal. No. They can appeal. They don't need time. They can appeal it anyway. Set it up. Anyway. Our judicial system needs a little tweaking. And not by a tweaker. It seems like it's being run by tweakers. No offense to tweakers. Okay. Help me out, Groot. I'm falling here. Did you guys see Groot? I am Groot. He's got a little duck. Help me out, Groot. All right. Jack Smith. Jack Smith. What's called Jack Smith? Jim Jordan. Jack Smith. Jim Jordan. Jack Smith. Sorry it's taken so long. If I wouldn't goof around so much, I could probably read a lot faster. Jim Jordan asking questions to Jack Smith. Jim Jordan. Page of Pentacles. I'm not sure where we're going with this yet. So, Page of Pentacles bringing in a new idea, a new project, a new. This normally a new, could be money, could be, some people think this is votes. It's being challenged by the restriction, the Eight of Swords, getting all wrapped up. So as my mind starts thinking, well, where are we going with this? Is Jack Smith tying up the committee with all this stuff? Are they going, oh my gosh, we can't move? Well, let's just keep going with this, because somebody's happy. Let me drop this down so y'all can see where I'm going with this. So, new project, being unable to move. At the base, what everything's marinating in is a celebration. Another 3. This is Russia influence, dark money, working on things, bringing in plans, bringing in documents. That maybe this is the Mar-a-Lago thing that they're doing, the dark secrets of the Mar-a-Lago. And then we have the Page of Wands, bringing forth new information. Here we have a new project, new information, new growth. And we have the Queen of Cups. This is, so when I was listening to Libby, she was getting that Jack Smith is gonna somehow, there's somehow the Lotus, the POTUS, the Queen of Cups is going to come into the picture. I think she needs to open up that cup. Internally, what's going on? So when I flip this over, the first thing I thought about, Jim Jordan is a fool. I mean, what's he doing? Oh, he's trying to say that January 6th was a walk in the park, was this or that. Foolish. Being foolish. External position. And this is just going on a new journey as well. So even though I go, oh, Jim Jordan's being foolish, this is taking us into a new journey. And yeah, we are walking off the cliff a little bit. We have the Five of Swords, abuse of power, winning at any cost. Certainly that's screaming Jordan. Moving on to calmer waters with the Six of Swords. And I was going to say, look at this, not one naked card. Okay, and then we have the World card. I think I'll just leave it like that. Completion, cycle finished. World information coming. Okay. Knight in shining armor, Knight of Cups, bringing forth something. It's like, you want it? You want this information? And then the Knight of Pentacles, slow moving knight. So, as I think of, oh, this is going to be a switch, this is going to be a light switch, I think it's still going to be slow. We have 2 knights coming in. We have one knight that has the wings of Mercury on its feet, and come on, let's go. And then it's being tempered with the Knight of Pentacles. just we need time to process some stuff. I think that's where this is going. At the base of the reading, I got pulled to call one more. 5 of Pentacles, which is loss, which is moral loss as well. They could go into the church, but no, they don't. They're kind of crippled. And then celebration, the 4 of Wands. Okay. We have the offer that's not being looked at the base. We have the High Priestess, secrets coming out. I got something for you. What is that? Justice. Got justice for you. Knight of Wands. Information again. I think it's coming from overseas. I know. I don't know where Jack Smith is living now, but we also get the Page of Swords. Yeah, let's swing for it. Let's go. You want to play? So, Jack Smith. Let me take these away. Jack Smith. He's got something that is okay. So what I'm hearing is that this information coming out of the Page of Pentacles and this Page of Wands, the information that's coming out of here is going to be restricted. We're not going to get it all. Okay, got it. Yeah. The Queen of Cups information, it's got the lid on it. Okay, so it's all being tampered down. It's going to come out slowly. However, it is going to come out because we have the 3 of Cups and the Fool that are saying we're going on a new journey. This is the start of a new journey, and the end of this is going to be the World card, completion card. So, as much as I want this information out so that we can move on to calmer waters, it's gonna be a little slow. Okay, let us see. Come on. Oh, one of the things while I was gone. Yeah, the shootings. Brown University, Australia, and and the Reiners. And as horrific as that is, what was equally as horrific was our leadership's response to it. And people are seeing that this man is no longer fit. It's a lot. People are just seeing that's not the way. That's not the way to do it. That's not the way to talk and have compassion. Even my hillbilly brother said, "Oh, not good." Anyway, he didn't languish on that topic for very long. He kind of moved away. He just said that was awful, and then moved away from it. Gun violence, though. Do I have this down? Did I write this down? No, I didn't. We've had more mass shootings than there are days in the year this year. And the sad thing is, I don't think it's a record. But you think about the people at Brown University, some of those students, this is their second mass shooting in a school. Parkland and Santa Clara, I think. It's like, come on. Everybody wants, except maybe Pumpkinhead, wants this to stop, this to change, but they won't enact any common sense gun laws. Let's start with that. Okay. Here we go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, the minimum wage is set to increase. Yay, I know you guys are all excited, especially you guys in Georgia and Wyoming. Yeah, because your minimum wage is going up to, did they say, a couple of cents an hour, like 20 cents an hour or something? But anyway, Georgia and Wyoming states their minimum wages $5.15. $5.15. But the federal government says, no, come on, that's silly. Come on. You can't do that. Let's raise it. Let's have a standard minimum wage of $7.25 per hour. Let's talk about affordability with that kind of wage. Unbelievable. You know, Andrew Yang said, let's give everybody $2,000 a month. Let's get rid of that insecurity, the housing insecurity, the food insecurity, the medical insecurity. We could do that. Instead, we give billionaires money. Elon Musk. Ketamine man. So Susie Wiles, she had this Vanity Fair piece. You know, they're all, and it's like, why did she do that? What was the purpose? And they have the picture, and I'm thinking, oh, so that they can hang their picture up on the wall, and it had Vanity Fair, and they're all like, I'm like, what are you guys doing? Stephen Miller's in there. The whole cabinet was in there. It just creepy as hell. And Susie Wiles is kind of spilling the dirt. And I think it was 22 hours over 11 interviews. And now she's going, they took it out of context. Well, you shouldn't have said it out of context. I mean, how can you take it out of context? Donald Trump is inebriated on drugs. Elon Musk is a ketamine baby. And then she backtracks it and says, well, he's a genius, so he's a little odd. And I'm like, he's a drug addict that has moments of clarity. Elon Musk, let's just take a look at you. Because you were ratted out. Elon Musk. How are things going with you as far as the U.S. government? I heard that he was getting back in. He was going to put about $2 billion back into the races and things like that. Well, I sure hope some of this election, fraudulent election, comes to light. It seems like it's like slowly cracking open a little bit. I mean, I keep getting things from This Will Hold and Election Truth Alliance and saying, we have the data, but can you use that to get people to believe what you're saying? Okay. Elon Musk, what is your short-term relationship with the U.S. government? Elon Musk, what is your short term? The Empress. Now, some of you may go, oh, that's abundance. Well, he's got abundance. Yeah, it could be Russia. Good. Oh. Seven of Swords. The Thief. The Traitor. At the base is the Four of Wands. And I look at this and I go, that's the celebration, that's the White House? Drop this down so you can see how I flip these. Something coming in the past, two separate pieces of information using the world information, using something in the world coming together to put somebody in the White House through some theft. Okay, not good to have that overshadowing everything. The tower. How's it going to work out for Elon Musk? Enough said. Justice. Internally, what's going on with him? He's moving on, the chariot. Externally, creating a lot of chaos, a lot of fighting. He's got that moral depravity going on, the Five of Pentacles, hopes and fears. So is he I mean, he just got this contract. I don't know if the shareholders have said yes, give him $1 trillion pay package, or if they said no, or if he's just going to be losing. Is he when I said that, I go losing his mind. But something, he's worried. This is hopes and fears. So he hopes he doesn't end up like that. He's afraid he might end up like that. And the final outcome, slow-moving Knight of Pentacles. Why did I think your projects are taking too slow? He already backtracked Doge, said, yeah, that didn't work out very well. Oh my God, you destroyed our country, and you go, yeah, it didn't work out very well. That's a lot of the external fighting, if it ever starts getting out there and being in the news. We have the government, again, slow moving with the government, and secrets being revealed with the Moon card. Elon Musk has justice that's going to get him moving, and it's big. He's got the tower moment sitting over him. That is going to bring justice, a little bit of fighting. So let's ask this question. I'm going to switch decks as I do. Let's ask this question, since I was going to ask about Lotus the POTUS in my mind, and then she just popped up very beginning, right away. Is Elon Musk going to have a say in how Trump was, how Trump cheated to become president? Is Elon Musk going to have a hand in revealing that Trump cheated to win the presidency? According to some. According to others, like you, me, and Duck. Don't point at me. Will Elon Musk have a say in revealing how he manipulated the votes? The manipulation card. Okay, drop it down again. You guys getting dizzy? Up and down just like a clown. Okay. New emotional start. Is Elon Musk going to have a say and show how Trump became an illegitimate president by manipulating the votes? It's manipulated, being covered by a new emotional start. At the base of this, what everything is marinating in is secrets coming out of the water. The Moon card. Again, we get the Two of Wands, some overseas information, something coming to fruition, two pieces of information possibly. The Wheel of Fortune, things are spinning. In the potential near future, we have the High Priestess. Again, dealing with, so here we have the male and female magicians. The male magician does sleight of hand. The female High Priestess is more a little bit of a secretive, more intuitive, tapping into certain psychic things. Why did I just notice her naked feet? Oh, I hope YouTube doesn't go, you just showed her toes. It's not, I don't have a foot fetish. Come on now. Okay, maybe I do. Is Elon Musk going to show that Kamala Harris really won? The Five of Wands internally. Is this him doing this internally, or is this what's going to happen when these secrets come out? Externally, the Two of Cups coming together. Some kind of partnership. Is he going to show the partnership that they had? Okay, this card. What is the fountain, the lion, the strength? What is that fountain pouring into? Oh, yeah. Danny, you're just making this stuff up. It's a lotus flower. Okay. Okie dokie. Hopes and fears, we have the Hermit, shining a light, finding inner clarity, and final outcome, bam. New information, powerful information, coming out of the sky. That's kind of both of these, coming out of the sky. How they won at any cost, the Five of Swords. And we have women celebrating. Circles of support, coming together, dancing, singing. And at the base, underlying energy, moving on to a new direction. The King of Pentacles, Pumpkinhead, being very delusional and being manipulated. Okay, and then we get Justice. Elon Musk, he's not done either. So he's got some information that's going to be coming out. I didn't get the Lotus card because I think she's still like, yeah, let's just see where things are moving here. Because let's just see where things are moving. That's what I would be doing. I'd go, I'm not ready to jump in it quite yet. All right, Vanity Fair. Let's take a look at that real quick. And then I think I'm done for today. And Friday's Ramble. I got a passenger in the seat with me when I'm rambling. We'll see. We'll see how she feels. And if she's feeling better, because she's a little sick, it may be Linda G. I see her on the side of the road, thumb out, leg, skirt hiked up, showing her legs. I'm picking her up. All right. In a Lamborghini. Now that would be fun. Driving up the coast with Linda G in a Lamborghini. That would be fun. Okay. I'm just imagining it. Trying to hear what she'd have to say over the roar of a V12. What'd you say? Look out for the curve. Alright. Where was I going? Oh, Susie Wiles. What? So the cabinet saw. I mean, this was brutal. What she was saying to people, about people. Pumpkinhead, that he's like he's got this drunk mind. J.D. Vance is a conspiracy theorist. But I mean, it just goes on and on and on. What in the cabinet is coming out trying to defend them. And Carolyn Levitt is saying, she says her BS stuff. But what are they really thinking? What's really going on? We haven't even gotten to Venezuela. Hegseth's saying, I'm not going to release the video because it's secret. But all the other videos he released, he's going down. I'll put him on a boat. That was a bad thought, Danny. Well, just put him on the boat in the Caribbean with a couple outboard motors that don't work. You don't have to blow him up. You just let him sit there and wonder if he is going to get blown up. Yeah, that'll work. Put him on a boat. Hang him off the side of the boat. Say, don't wave, because then you may be asking for help from somebody, some narco-terrorist. And I guarantee that those guys in the boat, if they saw somebody in the water, they would pick them up. Well, I can't guarantee it. 90% sure. You don't leave people in the water. Okay. But that's just me. And I'm not a drug dealer. Yet. No. Okay. Susie, sorry. Susie. How is your cabinet? How is the cabinet thinking of this? Trump is okay with it from my intuitive sense because he's you hear our dog? Piccolina. Piccolina with the big voice. Okay. Somebody sent me a thing. It's Piccolina for president for a small change. Because my dog's like this big. It's not my dog. It's my wife's dog. It's not mine. Anyway. How's the cabinet looking? Trump is okay with it because he's believing Susie Wiles, and he goes, yeah, it was a hit job, fake news, blah, blah. He's believing all that stuff, so he's out of his mind, as we know. So, how are the other people looking at this? Carolyn Levitt just spins it anyway. How are the other people looking at this? Four cups. 3 cups spilled. Not looking, Let me drop this down and keep going. 6 of Wands, trying to come in as a winner. 9 of Swords, things coming pretty fast and swinging. Some truth, harsh truth coming. You have the Knave of Pentacles, a new way forward, trying to bring balance. She was supposed to be the kind of the smart one behind the scenes, and this doesn't look like she is all that. Seven of Pentacles, looking at the tree that is not doing so well. And then we have the Two of Wands again. She's at a crossroads with her information. She has the Knave of Swords, trying to bring in some new truth. Walking away from sorrow is in the external position. So is she not long for this? Nine of Cups, the Wish card, and some news coming really fast with the Eight of Wands. I think this came really fast out of the blue for them, even though they knew it was there, working together to try to calm the story. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, security. How are they feeling about this? I think what I'm getting with this is that they're feeling kind of invincible. Like whatever they do, they'll be able to spin it, and it really won't affect them any. Somebody wants to walk away with this. They just want to leave. I don't think they're that pissed. I don't see any, anger cards like, fighting, winning at any cost, abuse of power, or anything like that. So, yeah. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you Friday for a ramble. And be good to each other. Peace and love.